Rough, but I actually did do my hair, but fuck it. Anyway, you guys, I really just wanted to film a video today because, well, a talk through video today because nothing is really going on and I haven't really posted in a while and I'm trying to get back on the ball with it. But this idea came to me while I was driving today because whenever I post this, I don't know when I will post it because I'm just sucking right now in life of doing stuff that I need to do, obviously. Yeah, which is pretty much the title of this video is what I just been thinking lately. And I got this idea from me driving back from wherever I was coming back from today. Anyways, so I really want to talk about this, and I think I'm really going to name the meaning of this stress factors and anxiety. But the reason I'm coming here today is because, like, we have been in quarantine now, or our lives have changed now for the last 5 months, and I'm gonna say the end of March, so I'm gonna say like 5 months, give or take. Really take. And you know, I thought like once quarantine happened, I was like actually going to like actually start not bullshitting anymore and like, you know, really start discovering my dreams and like actually like do stuff. So the beginning of this year of 2020, and like I said, I'm 30, so I always have these revelations too around my birthday because I just feel like I'm getting older and I feel like sometimes I'm still at the same place. And granted, I probably am, but I try not to get too sad about it because that's literally me every birthday is. I get too sad about the fact that like it's another year and nothing has really changed. I haven't really done much with my life and I just thought I'd be at a different place. And granted, that's where I thought I would be at this year too. Oh wow, I didn't expect to be talking like this. But I expected this year, like I knew at the beginning of this year, like something just hit me that like I was supposed to be starting something. I was supposed to be starting like to get another source of income. Like I was either supposed to like start, you know, another job, and I knew not like a job, but I knew like a business or something. Every year around my birthday, I just get a little bit down on myself because I just feel like I should be doing more. I also wanted to talk about the benefits of going to therapy because I feel like I'm learning so much more about myself and why I do the things that I do. So one of the things that I do want to talk about is having a lot of anxiety about stuff. And yeah, so around last year I realized that I was doing a lot of self-damage to myself. And I usually know that I'm doing this when I'm late for work. I don't really care about being late for work because I don't like, you know. So yeah, I was being late for work. I was always angry, and overall I just wasn't happy with life, obviously, but there was nothing I could really do with it. You know, when you're in the military, you're pretty much on a contract. So I realized that, you know, I'm just going in every day getting angry about the fact that I was stuck and all this other stuff. So I wanted to do something about it. And honestly, it was around this time last year. I started in August, right after my birthday. Actually, I started right before my birthday. Yep, I started therapy right before my birthday because, again, like I said, I was getting down on myself. I felt like I wasn't accomplishing much and all that stuff. But yeah, who knows, we'll be back in that same situation right now. And I am still continuing with therapy, but I think now that I'm learning myself way more, the conversations about me are definitely changing. Ooh, I like the way that came out. That came out so nice. The foundation and the combo. The combo was still a little bit orange, but with this concealer, it's coming out really good. So anyway, yeah, I like the way that came out. My face looks great. And I've been changing up my eating, and doing my face right now is actually quite good. If you noticed before, the other reasons I really wasn't doing my makeup like that because my skin was just shitty. My skin was so shitty before. Like, I had so many pimples and like dry spots and all that stuff. But this week I actually haven't eaten out or any other source and my face fucking clears up. Anyways, on my drive home today, I just was thinking about how I'm such a creative person and I'm just not putting forth time and my other stuff is besides work. Like, even though we have been not post-quarantine, but kind of like post-quarantine now, I'm still working a lot and my life still is very much consumed around working. So I feel like I still give that more time than me actually doing the stuff that I want to do. And when quarantine started, I was back into sewing, which is what I wanted to do the whole time I've been back into sewing and just being creative in general, like making hair, making wigs, and thinking of ideas for, you know, just this other creative outlook. I have just sunken back into where I was before, and like honestly it's a little bit struggling to just be like, hey, today I want to, you know, just sit down for a couple of hours and sew. But like I feel like I can't, because either I have to work that day, you know, and it takes all day, and then like once I get off work I have to think about you know, eating. One, because honestly when we went back to work I wasn't eating properly. I was only eating like twice a day, and now I have to tell myself like, hey, you got to actually eat to stay on your workout plan and stuff like that. And yeah, I have to actually eat, and now like daycare is back open, so I have to go pick up my son at a certain time, and then once I get him I have to make sure that he's eating instead of eating everything else that he's not supposed to be eating, and just making sure like everything is okay. And like with my workout plan, like it's like almost have to like dedicate 2 hours to it a day, literally. So like Monday through Friday I'm like dedicating 2 hours to working out, or at least making sure I'm getting some kind of extra workout in. So, and if not, I just feel it's weird because I just feel bad like if I don't work out that day. Like I feel like I'm just gonna fall off of my plan, and it's the weirdest feeling now, because at first I never felt like that, but now I'm just like, hey bitch, you're actually losing weight, like you gotta stay on it. So yeah, I just been feeling some type of way about being back at work, and I was like, damn, you know, we had this time off, and granted I don't care about fucking keeping my house clean. Like my house is clean on the weekends, but I'm not that type of person that really worries about stuff like that. So that hasn't bothered me. But as far as like me like really like starting up a new adventure, like some people like they got into quarantine and they opened up their own business. You know, some people they got on quarantine and clean up all the things they want to clean up. They're fucking weird. Got on quarantine, and like I said, I got more creative, but I just thought I was gonna just do something, open up my own Etsy shop, or open up my own website where I was selling stuff, something. But honestly, I think the fact that I am such a creative person that I cannot find an outlet for me to like officially be in, like what do I officially want to be selling or making, or what will bring me the most joy overall. I think that's where I am procrastinating in, or feeling the most anxiety with. See, it's all coming back around. And that's why I said I know like in therapy I'm gonna talk about this or whatever, because I think the reason that I haven't started anything yet is because of, I don't really want to say trauma because it's not really trauma, but it's the anxiety I get when I think about me as a child. And let me say this. So back in the day, you know, in the 90s or 2000s or whatever, we used to go to church, and you know how like someone would come up to you randomly and be like, I see you in the future doing this, boom, and all of a sudden that's like where your future will be. And granted, you know, some people, you know, this actually comes through from them, you know, their actual person. I don't know what the fuck to call it. Yeah, you know how somebody just comes to you and they just process. So anyway, she says to my mom or myself, she says to me, She's like, do you do anything with drawing or something like that? It was really weird or whatever, but I felt like she kind of fished it out. And I was like, well, I do this, that, and the third. She was like, yeah, I can see you doing that, but for kids.
I can see you.
She was like, yeah, I can see you doing that, but for kids. Like, you would just be famous for doing stuff with kids for a long time. Anyway, yeah, so she was just like, yeah, I can see you doing that, but with kids. And at that age, I lost my brush. Anyway, and at that age, like, it was only me and my mom. There was no little brother yet or whatever, so I didn't really give a crap about kids. Literally, other kids. And eventually I grew to just, okay, well, there actually are people out here like this who really don't care about kids like that except for their own. So that's where I was, and that's how I grew up. Especially with, you know, what people put in your minds, especially when they're family members, about kids and how they are and da da da. So anyway, after that, my mom just kept drilling on me to just do this one specific thing and to always just try to sell it. Just try to sell it, and I'm a fucking introvert. Like, the fuck? How you gonna put in, like, it's weird to even say now, but like, I really don't talk to people like that. I literally stay to myself, and I always was like that. Well, I was born like that. Well, not really born like that. I was groomed like that. So it was really weird that somebody who wanted me to sell stuff also wanted me to stay in the house all the time too. So literally, I'll just go to school, go home, and I'm not really gonna tell y'all about my childhood. If y'all want videos about that, you'll probably eventually find it. But anyway, that's just how it was where. So eventually, like, she kept drilling in my head, like, hey, sell, do, da da da. So it just got annoying because I'm not a person that really cares about money like that. Yes, I like having it so I can buy stuff, you know, buy my little creative shit, random ass shit with. But as far as like, hey, I work for the money, like, I'm not that type of person. I really prefer to just come from me. And also, I learned at a young age too that I don't really want to work this whole 9 to 5 kind of shit. Anyway, yeah, so it just got drilled in me to just always blah blah blah, self to self. But anyway, going back to my original thing is, I think that's the reason why I haven't really started a new venture yet, because of the fact that I'm still like fighting that, but also fighting my anxiety and depression and everything else at this stage of life or whatever, because I want to start something new, but I also don't know how, and I also won't research it, and I also just think about, like, okay, if I do this, I just want to give it like my full time. I don't want to be thinking about anything else. I just want to do it. Well, it's also like, if I don't do it, I'm probably going to end up staying in Nate for a whole 20 years because I don't have a backup plan what to actually do. Because at the end of the day, it just takes you actually doing it for you to, you know, for you to actually start. And that's pretty much what happened with my YouTube thing too. Like, all I did was fight that for like years, and years. It was like, hey, I should do this or whatever, but still not doing it because, hey, da 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 da. And eventually I just did it. I just posted my first video. I said, hey, probably no one's really gonna see it, and went from there or whatever. And granted, like, I have been off the ball lately too, because like I said, I'm just fighting my own stuff right now. But it is time for me to get back on the ball. I've already wrote down like my month's videos is literally just me recording them, but I really want to do this one before I start it, because I just really want to do this one because of the fact this is kind of one of the plans for my month. I was going to just talk about being, you know, growing to be 30 and stuff, but now it has turned into, hey, I'm I'm turning 30, but I don't feel okay about it. And honestly, like, I'm planning to do stuff for my birthday, but then I'm also just like, I don't feel like it. Why am I planning my own birthday party? Like, who does that? But at this time, it is Corona time. But I'm also just like, it would be just really considerate if somebody else would just do something for me, you know, because I already do a lot by myself. It would just be nice if somebody else just did something. But that's just me. I kind of been planning my own birthday for a couple of years now. But every year I say the same thing. I wish just somebody would do something for me. I got some more time. Alright. We're going back to this therapy thing or whatever. But like I said, I'm about to turn 30. I haven't really dated in a while. I want to talk about that. I haven't really dated in a while. But it doesn't bother me. I just wish that there was actually somebody out there compatible. And real talk, I think some of the reasons that I really am single is just because the way this generation is. Like, some of the people that, like, I find they either just want to be fucking on somebody, or they just want to be unfaithful, and it really sucks or whatever. And I think, like, too, like, the other reasons I have gotten out of relationships or whatever, or stopped talking to people, is because I see their damage and I don't want to deal with it. And I say that now because I'm tired of dealing with it. And some people are like, I'm 30 now, like, I don't have to deal with that stuff. I should not do with stuff. We're older and we're better, no, I know I don't want to deal with it because I have already dealt with it, and I refuse to keep dealing with it, especially when I'm not at that point anymore in my life. I keep tucking my hair back like there's fucking hair. I just know I'm not at that point anymore in my life, so that's the main reason why I just don't deal with it anymore. And two, it is because of the fact that I have went to therapy and I have, you know, started working on myself, and I just need somebody that's at that same level, that's like, hey, I see the damage that's inside of me and I want to work on it. But don't say you see that damage inside yourself and you want to work on it, but you really don't. Like, hey, you know I'm mentally unstable. You either gotta deal with it while I deal with it. There's a difference, and if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. But there is a difference between you just saying, hey, I'm damaged. If I fuss at you all the time and yell at you, you know why? I already told you what I went through. No. You go work that damn shit out somewhere else, or like the fucking chair, or either in a journal or something. Where, but I don't understand how people think that's okay. Be like, yo, I'm gonna fuss all day and this and that third, but instead of like cooling it before the action actually happens, they let that action happen and then be like, hey, well, you know what it is. Why? And hopefully you understand what I mean by that, but like, because I have seen it a lot, and I actually witnessed it a lot, because I had exes that would be like, because I am a person that I like birthdays and I like gifts and all that stuff or whatever, and I wanted that same, you know, that same stuff reacted, and I had given a person time and time again to show me, hey, like, okay, I understand that you don't like birthdays and stuff, but please at least give me the effort that I'm giving you. A whole nother holiday will happen or whatever, they still want to do anything, but I had did something, and then they'll get excuse, well, you know, I don't do that because this, that, and the third. Alright, bye. I just feel like if you're older, or if any age or whatever, if you feel like the love you're giving isn't reciprocated, then don't deal with it, because you're just gonna end up stressing yourself out, and guess what, at the end of the day, it's just not worth it. And it's kind of funny because, like, I had this conversation, well, I didn't have this conversation, but I didn't have this conversation with somebody, but I had this thing play out where obviously I'm used to being independent and doing stuff for myself, and a person thought it was funny to say, damn, you can never really be satisfied or whatever. I was like, And I said, it's because I know I can do it myself. I don't think that's what he said, but I just said, it's just because I've been independent for too long. And then I was like, damn, yo, I really have just been single for like a long ass time, that like if anybody try to like really do stuff for me, it's like, okay, whatever, I'll go do it right then and there. But like, I don't see anything wrong with that. I just don't. And I guess I kind of got used to it or too, because like I said, like exes. Can you please close the door? Exes wasn't really doing stuff like that for me, so I just went out and just did it myself. Which is really weird, because like I said, like I want to start my own business or figure out what really will keep me going, or what will make me extra income, or I can start the Navy. But anything else I can just go out and immediately get, but I can't get that. Weird. Alright, well, I'm gonna put on a lip and my lashes, and I'll be back. On the thing on the back of my throat. Anyway, you guys, so ooh, alright, so now I have finished my face. Anyways, you guys, I just wanted to say, I think 2020 should have been a year of growth. I hope you at least did one thing that totally made you happy. I think I still, even though I said, hey, I feel down about me not starting my own business or whatever, I still have 4 months to go. I still have technically 2 years to go, but at least this year I actually started back sewing. And for 4 years now, or actually 8 years now, I have been wanting to start back sewing. 8 years is how long I've been in the Navy. So since I've been in the Navy, I've been wanting to start back sewing, and finally after 8 years I started back. And I am consistently thinking of stuff, and I'm consistently making things. If y'all have any ideas of what I could possibly do, just let me know. I have a Cricut, I have a sewing machine, I make wigs, and I love all of them. All of them, yes, are time consuming, but at the end of the day, I love the finished product. So yeah, if you like any ideas or whatever, just let me know. But anyway, you guys, that's the end of my video today. I put my lashes on too far in the corner. But yeah, you guys, anyway. Wish me a happy birthday if you want to. If not, don't. But hopefully by the time I post this, my birthday has came up or is about to come up. And yeah, bye.